Sure, use his own way. So if you can't stand the heat, stay away from the fire. What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And just where is that, might you ask? Well, shit! Let me give you some simple directions. It's just down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and ask my man Joe. He's a gentleman and a scholar, but he's a man of commerce. Slip him what you should. He'll point you in the right direction. He'll tell you to take a left and then a right. And as you find yourself strolling down the damn street minding your own goddamn business, a cool breeze will hit you that chills you right to your skeletal core. And you'll find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? You goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep, dark alley? Well, of course you should, because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and as it is, well, as it's supposed to be every goddamn Wednesday, it's Ghost to the Post, as we drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league wide, as I'm joined by this gentleman, and I hope you remember who. Left it. He's the one.
What's going on? How you doing? Prime's in the house. I'm skipping in or doing something.
Oh, he's in his warm studio. I see. We're in the winter studio.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I had to bring it inside, man. It's a little chilly. I think we're connected now, at least.
Well, yeah, there we go. Yes, so Prime from his winter studio.
Yeah, man, it's way
Obviously,
too cold out there. It's,
I can only sympathize. I can only sympathize, Prime. So it's been a
it's
minute.
snowing.
Obviously, oh fuck that. The censorship police were all up on the nutsack of ReACTION for a while, so we weren't able to get out to the masses as typical. So we missed a few weeks. Some things have happened. I don't even remember when the last time I was on with you, but it's been a few weeks. And so, regardless of all that, fuck it, it's week 10, Prime.
I know, man. We're in the double digits. The end is near. Like, it's been a pretty good NFL season, I'd say. I mean,
yeah, it's been a good
surprises.
season. They're all a good season.
Yeah.
Is there such thing as a bad season? Not really.
No. I can't remember. Well, there was a lockout one year, and they made some bum play.
Purple drink? Yeah, so
so it's good to be back though. Prime and the Commish, taking it deep, all that kind of good stuff, man. It is good to be back.
We got all the games to get to tonight, so we want you guys to join along with us as you always do, and make your picks in the comments. We'll be pulling your picks from the comments, and so keep up with us, because obviously, Prime, as you see, I don't know if you noticed my attire, I dressed specific for the evening because it's game day eve for Raider Nation as we play tomorrow fucking night. And if you didn't notice by my attire, I might be paying homage to a certain decade in Raider greatness where we shared the zip code that this pathetic ass team plays from now that we play tomorrow night. So, I didn't know if you noticed. But we play the LA Chargers tomorrow. Chargers. Raiders coming off a win. Oh, and then we lost Prime. Oh, I lost him completely. Where the hell did he go? Fucking technical difficulties. See, this is what happens when he gets into his fucking winter studio. His fucking winter wonderland. The frozen tundra. Hold on, let me see if we can get him back in here. But let's go ahead and get to it, because I think you know where I'm going anyway. But tomorrow night's game, obviously, Raiders hosting the Los Angeles Chargers, which just is still hilarious to me to this day. Why the NFL thought they could shove that franchise, who barely had a fucking fan base in San Diego, into that market and thought they would be successful. I don't know who was the marketing genius that thought that was a fucking great idea. And it took a bunch of fucking intelligent businessmen to sign off on that as well. And it's not going well there. I mean, you heard the rumors that cracked out the other day about them going to London, and the sales, the fact of the matter is the sales aren't what they should be for them or the Rams. And it's not looking good. It's not looking good. You see what the soccer stadium looks like already? When you stick them in a large, full-size NFL stadium, can you imagine how pathetic their home games are going to look? It's going to be bad. So, on to tomorrow night. We've got the Chargers at the Raiders. And where the hell did Prime go? God damn it. Lost him altogether. Hold on. I gotta send out an SOS now. We gotta send out a search party. I think you really see the Raiders step forward tomorrow night. This is a big game. This is the one where you really have the possibility of really stepping into the conversation. You kind of put the foot through the door last week and like, hey, there he is. We kind of put the foot through the door last week and reminded us, hey, we're still here. We want to be included in this playoff conversation. So don't forget about the silver and black. We're still here. That's what last week was. Now, oh, man. No, I just tried to add him. There we go. Let's try again. The winter studio. The winter studio, see? You just gonna have to put your fucking parka on and go out in the prime studio and get it done. Get your fucking mittens on. Well, I don't know what that was, but.
All right. I don't know what happened either.
All right. Tomorrow night, Raiders, Chargers.
Wow. All right. Chargers aren't playing so well. Raiders are playing really well. I'm going to go Raiders.
Wow, that was deep.
I know.
Like deep as a fucking puddle. So, yes. The Chargers are actually coming in kind of hot. They've won a couple of games, and this could be a tough game. But I don't think so. I think you're starting to see the Raiders on their up curve of the season, and I got to agree with you. It's all right. We're both taking the Raiders. Fuck. I think everybody knew I was picking the Raiders. So I mean, not a huge shocker there. You're gonna give me fucking seasick. Oh.
Okay. So I'll tell you what happened. So I got this. It's not winter yet, but it's snowing anyway. All right.
That's fucking winter.
No, man. All of a sudden, I got this full notification saying, "Hey, start a watch party," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll start a watch party." And then it all.
Hey, you can't start a watch party. That takes your screen.
Yeah, it all went to hell. I was like, "Oh no!" And now my little setup is not stationary anymore, and so I'm leaning to the side.
All hell is broken loose. That's what happens once you go live, man. Shit. That is what it is. It's winter studio time. Fucking winter studio time. All right. So, Raiders, Chargers, man. Big game tomorrow night. I'm so stoked about this game. This is the Raiders move to 5-4 tomorrow night and become relevant again, and are deep in the playoff conversations for a wild card in the AFC. It's a fucking mess. The AFC is a mess right now.
Well, I mean, the entire AFC is a mess. I don't know about that. I mean, the AFC West, you have the hurt quarterback for the Chiefs. You have the Chargers that are underperforming. You've got the Raiders that are surprising, and you got the Broncos, and they're terrible. So, I mean, it's not exactly how anyone predicted it, but it's really entertaining to watch. I mean, the Patriots are doing their thing. Finally, they play a real team and get beat by Baltimore. I thought that was great.
Oh, everybody loved that.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. And it's in prime time, too. So you got to see them get pissed and throw shit, throw a little fucking tantrum. It was great.
I mean, loved it. How many football fans out there actually thought that Atlanta was going to be really good this year? And shocker, they're not. They're just not that great. They're not doing anything on either side of the ball, even after they just gave Julio Jones that giant deal.
Oh, they're terrible, man. They're terrible. I heard there were guys that picked Atlanta as a Super Bowl team. Matty Ice, as he should not be called ever fucking again. They picked him as MVP, and I'm like, God damn. No.
Yeah. They just gave Julio Jones a boatload of money.
You don't blow a Super Bowl in the manner that they blow it and recover, ever.
All right, I'm gonna try this again. Here we go.
I feel like you're trying to fucking juke me, man. Are you trying
just to fake out.
Fucking make a move on me or what?
Look at these old ass posters. Hey, all right. I don't have to sit next to the TV anymore.
The Saints are the best team in the NFL.
The Saints are the best team in the NFL?
That's what Jerry D says. I'm willing to debate that. I'll take that. Let's run with that, Prime. Saints are the best team in the NFL. True or false? I say
right now, false. The Saints are not the best team.
They're not. I'm sorry. They're not the best team in the NFL.
So I think the best team in the NFL, actually, it's hard to say, but maybe it might be the 49ers. That undefeated record.
I don't know. Man, I can't go by just fucking rank, just record. I know they're undefeated. I get it. Do you have to stick them at one just because they're undefeated? I guess by default, you kind of got to fucking stick them at one. They're the only undefeated team in the league.
I mean, in defense and running game, travels. That's something you can take anywhere to any stadium, and it's not going to go away.
I'd put the Saints definitely are in the top 3 or 4 teams in the league. I would say you're top 4 right now. You probably got, the Patriots. You probably two from each. You probably got the Niners and the Saints, and then I'd say the Patriots and the Ravens. I'd say the Ravens are number 2. It's not the Chiefs right now. It's not the Chiefs.
No, it's not the Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs are in it right now. They've got a lot to figure out on defense.
I mean, who else would it be if you don't put Kansas City there? I mean, who else would you? I can't think of anybody else in the AFC you'd stick there right now. Ravens, Houston would be the only other team.
The Ravens just beat Seattle, and they just beat New England.
That's what I'm saying. They should be in the top 4.
And Jackson is a way better quarterback than I ever thought he would be. I'm not going to kid you. I didn't think he had an arm for anything. But no, they are a balanced team. I mean, yeah, they run the ball more than anybody, but still, he's an amazing quarterback. He's an amazing quarterback. He chopped up that vaunted Patriot defense.
Yeah, man, that was nice to see. I ain't gonna lie. And if he plays like that in the playoffs, he's a matchup problem for a lot of teams. So it's gonna be interesting.
Oh, for sure.
Let's get back to these. Let's get back to these picks, Prime. Let's just get to Sunday's slate of games, and let's start in the NFC North. Detroit coming off a loss in Oakland, going to the Bears. The Bears are not looking good, man. Not looking good. Brought Mack over, traded the farm to bring him over. Thought he was the missing piece. The missing piece is under center, Prime. That's where the missing piece is in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't no fucking defense. It's under center.
Mr. Trubisky is not good. And when you have a players-only meeting, that's a sign for the end right there. When you have a players-only meeting in Chicago, man. Mitch Trubisky has got some issues to work out. But the funny thing is they're going to play Detroit. And I'm sorry, Detroit, yeah, they can score, but they'll give up, Pat. They'll give up big plays. You will score against Detroit. So, if there is not a get-right game better than this one, I don't know what is. So, well, maybe the Giants, or Miami. But
I'm taking Detroit in this one, Prime. I think Detroit takes this one.
Here's the thing. I'm going to take Detroit, but I'm going to say it's a shootout, man. It's going to be 34-27.
I think Detroit shreds the Bears because I think Detroit's going to put up some points, and the Bears will not match them in points. Their offense is bad, Prime. It's bad.
Yeah. Matt Nagy is a creative coach, and if it's been, I think, almost all his fault. Every Chicago game I've seen, right? They do not give Mitch Trubisky anything like they gave him even last year. I mean, there are no short passes. They always want to go downfield or hand the ball off. And that's all well and good if you have some wide receivers that can make that play, but Chicago doesn't. They're lacking in talent all over except at running back. I guess I got Allen Robinson, but still. Yeah, I don't know. Mitch Trubisky, though, he needs to get some short passes, needs to get some of them shuttle passes.
Go away. If they had won and succeed, he needs to go the fuck away. The Bears have never had a quarterback. Never. I mean, they even won a Super Bowl without a fucking quarterback. They've never had a quarterback. ever.
Jim McMahon.
Who's the greatest Bears quarterback ever?
Who's the greatest Bears running back ever?
Well, running back.
More interesting question. That's a more interesting question.
Usually teams are attached to a great quarterback, somewhere along your lineage. They don't even really have one. Jim McMahon, he wasn't a great quarterback.
No, Jim McMahon wasn't fantastic. He had a great offensive line. He had sweetness in the backfield. Had the fridge on the other side of the football. Mike Singletary. Oh, man, don't even get me started.
Oh, come on. Brian's going to fucking start busting into the Super Bowl shuffle any minute. I can feel it. He's on that verge.
I do the hickey shuffle.
Easy now. All right. Baltimore at Cincinnati. Oh, my God, man. This has got crime scene tape all over it in Cincinnati. Baltimore is going to Cincinnati, and they're going to bloody the fuck out of the Bengals. It's going to be bad.
Oh, man. Bad. Yeah, that's not even close. I think we're both going to go Baltimore on this. The Ravens are going to ride, but, man, Cincinnati.
That's going to be
if they're not a dumpster fire this year, I don't know what is, man. AJ Green.
Nobody. He's got nobody. I've got Dalton on my fantasy team. He's my other quarterback. I used him in bye week, so he has no weapons.
Yeah, none. But Dalton is a garbage time guru, man. That guy.
Oh, dude, he's scored 25 plus points for me in the fucking fourth quarter. Like literally, one game right. He had 4 points coming into the fourth quarter, and I had 27 by the end of the game. And it was all fucking, the game was over. None of the stats mattered in the fucking final outcome. But yeah, fantasy wise, he's all right. But it's even getting to the point he doesn't have anybody. AJ Green's gone. Ross is gone.
Oh, they're starting the rookie. Somebody says.
Yeah, yeah. Dalton's not even starting. They've benched Dalton's ass. He's fucking grabbing Pine. So you've got the rook starting. Yes.
Oh, wow. It's going to be a massacre.
Yeah, it's bad. It's gotten so bad. He has no weapons, and they benched him. He was pissed.
This could be something like 56-14.
He was pissed. He had come out and mentioned the fact that he would have liked them to said something to him prior to the trade deadline if they knew that they were gonna bench him. Then
AJ Green can't help him, especially with a.
And it ain't even Dalton's fault, man. I mean, they'd have got nobody. It's the fucking
Dalton. Man. All right, a purely objective perspective here, and I'm going to say that Dalton is a decent quarterback. If you give him someone to throw the ball to, if you give him some kind of a running game, he is a decent quarterback.
I was keeping him in fantasy with AJ Green, and I was pairing the two of them coming into this season. AJ Green went down, then I dumped Dalton, and I kept Derek Carr, and it's worked out. I was able to pick Dalton back up and keep him as a backup off the fuck because nobody else wanted his ass without AJ Green.
No. Although I did pick up some Alden Tate or something like that, and
I did try to fill the hole of AJ Green by trading for Antonio Brown prior to the season, and that worked out real fucking well. That worked out real fucking well. Now my number one wide receiver is Mohamed Sanu. I'm basically the Raiders in fantasy football. I'm just trying to scab together a number one wide receiver. My number one's Mohamed Sanu. Hi.
My number one's Mike Thomas of the Saints. So
yeah,
I'm doing all right.
Hey, I'm 6-3 though still with Mohamed Sanu as my number one. So
8-1.
All right,
8-1, and I only lost by a stat correction.
Oh, shut up. All right, Buffalo at Cleveland.
Ooh.
The Bills, man. Who saw the Bills doing what the Bills are doing at
defense and running game travels. It doesn't matter what city you're in.
Let's look from both perspectives. Who saw the Bills doing what they're doing, and who saw Cleveland doing what they're doing? Everybody was on Cleveland's nuts all off season about they were the next greatest thing since the fucking wheel. That they'd built something great with all Odell Beckham and Landry and Baker Mayfield. Nah, nah, nah.
Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's good.
Yeah, they're all good individually.
It takes a little while to develop chemistry, and Baker Mayfield apparently took a step back after posting those rookie records, you know?
I say you can't pour that many egos in a stupid shit and expect it to work out. It just ain't gonna work out. It's gonna taste
Not
like
with a
shit.
first-year coach. Not with a first-year coach.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. And that's what's gonna happen, Prime. Freddie Kitchens is gonna get fired at the end of this season. They're gonna bring somebody else in, and
Urban Meyer.
It's gonna come off the fucking rails, and then the team starts to fall apart, and there you go, and you're right back to the same old fucking Browns. They're drafting a new quarterback, and it's there you go. The cycle starts all over again, and they never, ever, ever get the fuck up off the kiddie table ever. It's the Browns.
It's the Browns. Bring back Vinny Testaverde.
I'm picking the Bills, man. I say they go on the road. And they beat the Browns.
Nah, screw that. Nah, I'm going to go out on a limb. You know what? Bills are going to go to Cleveland. Cleveland's going to get all Clevelandy. They're going to spend too much time at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they're going to show up on Sunday and lose that game. That's what's going to happen. I'm picking the Browns.
I don't think that's really going out on a limb. I can see the Browns cracking off a game. They've got the talent, and every once in a while, you're going to have a game where Odell Beckham catches, everything's thrown his way. So's Landry, and you got a big game.
Baker Mayfield's actually going to throw the ball.
Did you see Baker Mayfield at his post-game press conference? He looked like a dejected pervert from that left the strip club like nobody would talk to him or something. He showed up with in a trench coat and just all sad looking, and it was hilarious.
Wow.
Kansas City at Tennessee.
You know what? Tennessee is a little. Dude, Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill.
Is Mahomes starting? Is Mahomes back this week?
They're saying there's a really good chance he does, but I don't think it's settled yet.
I would be surprised if they rushed him back this week against Tennessee. It's Tennessee. You're still holding a fairly decent lead in your division. I don't know why they would take the risk. I would like to see them take the risk and not play Mahomes because I think the Titans stand a chance to beat them without Mahomes in there. The other way around, I'm not so sure.
Whoa, hold on. I gotta go back to something here. How about this huge Jack Del Rio rumor?
Canyon, come on. That's not a rumor. Just because some bullshit trash fucking website puts out a story that says, hey, wouldn't it be neat if Jack Del Rio was the fucking defensive coordinator? That's not a rumor, man. That's not a rumor, bro. Go check the fucking website at the bottom of that picture. It's like the most trash-ass Raider website out there. No, that's not a rumor, man. That's somebody that was bored on a fucking Tuesday morning and typed some bullshit. That's all that was. That ain't no fucking rumor. Jack, no.
I'm gonna go Chiefs on this one now.
Yeah. Next, we'll move on from that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Chiefs. My imagination just ran with it. I was like, Jack Del Rio, coach of the Browns.
I'm taking Tennessee in this one because I don't think Mahomes plays. I think it's Matt Moore, and I think Tennessee stands a chance to take it at home because I think Tennessee is going to run the ball, and Kansas City is not great at stopping the run. And if
Derrick Henry's no joke, man,
then that's where I think for that guy. So we'll see. But I'm hoping for the Kansas City loss because, man, we need that Kansas City loss. Bad. Atlanta at New Orleans. Ooh, you would think, Prime, at the beginning of the season, you'd circle this one. This would be a game you'd want to get tickets for if you was fans of one of these teams. Divisional game. Atlanta and New Orleans. Oh, my God, it's not a good game.
It's not a good game, but guess what? It's a trap.
It is.
It's a trap. Dude, it's a trap. All right, division game. Let's go ahead and throw those records out the window. And then
you got 1-7 against 7-1, Prime. It's hard to throw those records out the window. But I mean,
can they only win one game? Nah, man.
Yeah, those are some big fucking numbers.
Devontae Freeman.
1-7's bad. That's bad.
Devontae Freeman and Julio Jones. Monster days. Atlanta. I'm going Atlanta.
No way.
I'm going Atlanta.
It's in New Orleans.
It's a division game. Matt Ryan is still Matt Ryan. Julio Jones is still Julio Jones. Maybe the offensive line can gel together for a little bit to give Matty Ice a little time.
Prime. No. I know you got this thing because Julio's on your fantasy team and all, and you got.
He used to be on my fantasy team.
I know, but
now I got Julian and Michael.
I'm going New Orleans.
All right.
Prime's taking Atlanta, and we're all confused. So the Jets at the Giants. Who's really home in this one? I guess it's debatable, but the NFL says it's the Jets. So Giants, Jets.
So they're playing in New Jersey.
It's bad. That's a bad matchup.
Nah, man. The Jets are a better team.
Oh, they're both bad. They just lost to the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I like to think they're a better team. They got a better defense.
Yeah. It's hard to look past that one, though. The Dolphins, Prime. They're trying to lose.
But Ryan Fitzpatrick is a real quarterback.
He is. That's the only thing they got going for him. Well, that and his stellar beard. Him and his fucking badass beard.
Solid.
Somebody say purple drink?
Nah, man. All right.
I guess I'm taking the Jets. I guess. They're more talented.
I'm going with the Giants.
Going with the Giants.
Yeah.
Why?
Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones looked pretty good and athletic in that last game. He threw a bad pick, but he had some good runs.
I don't even know why to tell you I'd pick the Jets. They just lost the fucking Dolphins. I don't know why I'd pick them to ever win again.
Yeah. You practically talked me into picking the Giants because you kept saying they lost to the Dolphins.
I talked myself into changing my pick. Fuck the Jets. I'm picking the Giants. Adam Gase looks like a crackhead every time he has a press conference. I mean, I said looks like. I'm not making any fucking insinuations.
I bet you're right, Brett Scott.
Arizona at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they cannot win. They even take the Seahawks to OT. They get to the verge. They snatch fucking defeat from the jaws of victory all the time.
But now they're facing a rookie quarterback with a rookie head coach, and they did just play Seattle super tough.
And Arians is the coach of Tampa Bay. Just left the Cardinals, so there's a lot of interesting matchups this one. I think Tampa Bay gets a win in this one. Jameis hasn't actually played that bad. His wide receivers have let him down a lot. His offensive line sucks. But
where'd Mike Evans go this year?
He's come alive a little the last 2 weeks, but he's been
We're in week 10.
They've run bad routes. Unfortunately, living deep behind the enemy lines, I hear all about this shit more than I ever fucking want to hear. So I gotta pick. I gotta pick the fucking Succaneers in this one. I think they get the win. They're due.
Yeah, I picked the Buccaneers. That's funny.
Who you guys got?
Stop trying to read that. I'm like,
Arizona, Tampa Bay. Who you got? Throw
Tampa
up in the
Bay.
comments out there.
The Bay.
Mario's got the Sucker Beers. Canyon Stone.
Canyon
Every time I
Stone.
see that name, that's what it says. Sounds like a male stripper. Next up on the runway, Canyon Stone. Fucking coming out swinging his fucking hammer.
Where'd he get a hammer from? All right, never mind.
I don't know. What do you use? Fuck, I don't know.
Oh man. No, yeah, I'm gonna go Tampa Bay on that too. Bruce Arians playing his old team. He's gonna have him fired up, all that kind of good stuff. He wears that cool hat.
Oh shit. I ain't right. All right, we're both taking Bruce Arians. Get the win against his old team. Fucking go, Bruce.
Doesn't bother anyone else that his last name is Arians. All right, go ahead.
You don't get to pick that shit. It ain't like he picked it. Like he's fucking.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right, Miami at Indianapolis.
Indianapolis is good. I'm going Indianapolis.
Oh, Indianapolis. This is an easy pick. The Dolphins only won because they were playing the fucking Jets. Other than that,
yeah, with or without Jacoby Brissett.
They don't win. Yeah, it does. I don't think it matters either. It's the Dolphins. It might be a little closer if Jacoby Brissett doesn't play, but I believe he's gonna play, and it's the Colts. Looks like everybody else is kind of picking that as well. This game, Carolina at Green Bay, Prime. It's a late afternoon game. Carolina, you've just found out that Cam is done for the year. The rumors are possibly as a Panther for good that they won't bring him back. I don't know why they wouldn't bring him back, honestly. What do they have something better? I mean, I guess to save a bunch of money, I suppose, because he's gonna.
I heard talk of him in Chicago.
I've heard that too. He might be a good fit. I mean, anybody, it's an upgrade from fucking Trubisky.
Yeah, for real. Even though that's who I'm starting this week because my quarterback's on a bye. But anyway.
All right. Gaining a game this week. Yep. I'm playing King Salami, so you're going down. Oh, game.
I'm playing Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, man. I admit, I don't expect to win this week, but if I win this week, it'll be just as sweet, that much sweeter, because it's Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yeah. He's on a slide, too.
Yeah.
I got to take Green Bay in this one, Prime. They're at home. You got no Cam Newton. Mario's taking the – it's a real name.
Cam Newton. I say we. I'm not even a Panther fan. The Panthers haven't had Cam Newton all year. So that's not even like a relevant.
That's going to make me laugh even more every time I see it, Canyon. No.
Fudge Packers?
The Fudge Packers. The Panthers. Bras on with the Panthers. You know, their backup quarterback hasn't played terrible. They've not done bad.
No, he actually throws to the wide receivers, unlike Cam Newton.
I mean, they're 5-3. I mean, they're still holding it together.
I'm going
Mike Sarah, the pack. He's taking the pack. I'm taking the Packers, man. I can't pick Carolina. I just can't. The Packers are at home. I can't do it.
And they just lost.
They just lost. They're not going to lose 2 in a row, especially at home against the Panthers.
I don't know.
No.
That running back, though. Christian McCaffrey doesn't mess around.
He doesn't mess around, and that's the wild cards you got, man, because, you know, you get the ball into that guy's hands in a little space, and he makes crazy things happen, and, you know.
Like touchdowns.
Yeah, like 6s.
Mhm.
Uh,
MVP in my
I'm-
fantasy.
so who you picking, man? Who you
Oh,
picking?
I'm picking the Panthers. I already picked the Panthers, man.
Oh, you did? Well, I'm a little slow. All right. Rams at Pittsburgh. Dude, Pittsburgh's holding on. They're sitting at 500. The Rams, I don't know what are the Rams this year. I mean, they're 5-3. They're third place. They're third place in their own division at 5-3, Prime. So that's a tough spot to be.
Oh yeah,
It's a
man.
tough.
That NFC West is danger. But
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta go Rams. I think. Did they just come off a bye week or something? They must have.
Possibly. They've only got 8 games. They might have come off a bye week. They've won 2 straight. Were they coming off a bye? Shit, I don't remember. Don't make
Me
think that hard.
neither, but I'm gonna go with the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams too. I don't think, without Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh's managed to kind of stay afloat because the AFC is a little bit of a mess. But yeah, I think the Rams show up this week. The Rams are in a – thank you, Mario. Yes, they did come off a bye. The Rams are – they're an interesting team, man. 5-3. And that's not even – that gets you only third place. You got 7-2 and 8-0 sitting in front of you. That's a tough row to hoe right there, man. So we'll see. We'll see if they
So
can
they
get
gotta
back.
win a game against these no-name Steelers, man. These bums are rolling out there. I mean,
Yeah, if they beat him, they're 6-3. I mean, that's solid.
is James Conner, is he still hurt?
I'm not sure if he's going to play this week. He missed last week, and I'm not sure he's still questionable, I believe, for this week. I haven't heard what the latest update is on him. But last I heard, he was questionable. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not picking Pittsburgh either. I think the Rams take this one. You've got an interesting game here on Sunday night, Prime. You've got Minnesota. They're sitting at 6-3. And you got the 5-3 Cowboys just come off the win in the fucking Black Cat game against the fucking Giants. This is a game, I think, for both of these teams that you kind of see who they really are. I think more so for the Cowboys than for the Vikings. Because if the Vikings come out and just obliterate the Cowboys in this game, the Cowboys are going to drop to 5-4, and I think we all see that they're really not any kind of a playoff team or a contender in the NFC. So I think this is a bigger game for Dallas than it is for Minnesota. What are your thoughts on this game, Prime?
I'll tell you here now, the Dallas Cowboys are not a contender. They've got, I don't know, I can't put my finger on what is exactly wrong with the Dallas Cowboys, but they're nowhere near the team that everyone, or, that fans and the talking heads at least expected. And I mean, Ezekiel came back. He's still Ezekiel. You got your quarterback there. He's in a contract year. I mean, yeah, but when it comes down to it, the Vikings, they've been playing pretty well lately. Someone lit a fire under Kirk Cousins' butt, and now all of a sudden, they'll beat Dallas. I'm going Vikings.
Going Vikings. It's at home. I went back and forth on this one. I'm not sold on the Vikings. I think you know how I feel about Kirk Cousins. We don't need to go
You
into
like that?
detail.
You
He
like
sucks.
that?
But he has these games, man, and he does put up stats, and he has these games. I'm going with Minnesota, too. I think I got to go with you. Braw's picking the Vikings. Somebody else picked the Vikings I missed. Who else you got? Who you guys got in this one? I'm curious to see what the consensus is. Fucking Wesley's picking the Black Cat. That could be a fair pick. It could be a fair pick. Minnesota at Dallas.
This one?
Who you guys got? Yeah, that one. It's going to be the Cat. Yeah, I got to go Minnesota as well. I can't make any strong argument for Dallas winning this game. They didn't show me anything Monday that was anything spectacular. They showed me they played a really bad team and they won. That's all I saw there. We'll see. Now, Monday night, you got a fucking game, man. This is a game right here.
This
You
is
usually don't.
this is the best Monday night game of the season thus far. Easy.
Yeah, every once in a while the schedule just fucking aligns, and you get two teams that are fucking playing top-notch football. And regardless of whether you're a fan of either team or not, when you've got two really, really good teams that are playing at really, really top level at the pinnacle of professional football, and they match up, and the defenses are playing great, the offenses are playing great. That's just a fucking great game to watch. And Monday Night Football, you've got the 7-2 Seahawks, the 8-0 Niners. Niners are at home. Seahawks coming there. San Francisco. What do you think?
It's a division game, but one thing about Monday Night Football I wanted to point out is that a game this good is kind of rare, because ever since they started, I don't know, they put Monday Night Football on the 4-letter network, and they started Sunday Night Football and moved to NBC and all that stuff, man. The Monday night game has been not that good. It's like they're getting leftovers. They're like second picks or something like that.
Yeah.
So to have one like this is pretty solid. So you got the undefeated 49ers, and you have the Seattle Seahawks. They've lost 2 games, and oh my gosh, everyone, you know who's in the MVP race?
Russell Wilson, man.
Russell Wilson, man alive. That guy is gold.
The dude's thrown 1 interception. I mean, numbers don't lie, dude. 1 interception. When you're 7-2 and your quarterback's thrown 1 fucking pick, you're in week 10, bro. 1.
Yeah.
Fucking good.
That's solid. They got the rookie
That's
DK Metcalf coming alive too, man. He's on my fantasy squad. That was a rookie wide receiver I picked up. Anyway, scored me 30 points last week. Anyway.
Yeah, San Francisco they got a great record. I can't take it away from them. They're undefeated. They play. Their strength of schedule has been a little on the lower side. So now going ahead here, they've really got to start playing heavy hitters over about the next 4 or 5 weeks, and you're really going to see over the next month who the 49ers really are, because they're going to have to start playing some heavy hitter teams. And it starts off this week with Seattle, and I'm picking the Seahawks. I think Russell Wilson goes in there and kind of shows them that you're not quite there just yet, Jimmy G. Not quite just yet.
They got to lose
That's
one.
what I think happened.
They got to lose one. So Seattle, I guess, would be the team to do it. They are the most accomplished. They have the more experienced and winning coach. We got Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has a small stable of running backs with Carson and the other guys and whatnot. All that considered, man, that running game in San Francisco, they're at home. They got that tight end Kittle. That Seattle defense isn't what it was. I mean, they just let Jameis Winston go to town on them. Take him to overtime.
Porn star Jimmy. Dude, I'm forever referring to him as porn star Jimmy from now on.
You can call him porn star Jimmy. I'm not going to call him porn star Jimmy.
That's just funny.
Nah, I'm not calling him that.
That might be too much of a compliment. I don't know if I want to go there. On second thought, no. Scratch that.
Not until I see him in a feature film.
Yeah. I don't want to see. No, thank you. I'll pass.
Yeah, but I'm going to go 49ers at home. All that said, I'm going 49ers at home.
He is a 49er. I don't want to see any feature film. That fucker's a fucking San Francisco. Good God. Who knows what that's going to be contained. I'm taking Seattle. They're due, man. These guys are due to take a loss. They played a soft schedule, and the only thing I can say and Mario brought it up, the Niners got a set of running backs that are getting it done. Since Tevin Coleman came back and he's healthy again, man, he's got some support around him. So it's not just all fucking Jimmy. He's got guys around. He's got a squad around him. So we'll see. They're an interesting story. Now, another interesting story, Prime. And since we've got a little time here, a couple minutes here at the end, I wanted to touch on it because it popped up yesterday.
UFC?
And I didn't didn't talk about it on my show on Monday, and we did the game replay yesterday, so I hadn't had a chance to really talk about it. And I wanted to get your thoughts on the rumor that popped up yesterday. Now, I don't know how valid it was. The owner of the Chargers came out and dispelled it immediately, saying it was bullshit. But the rumor about the NFL and the owner of the Chargers being interested in moving the Chargers to London as a fairly in the near future move over the next couple seasons because of several reasons. Ticket sales in Los Angeles for the new stadium being one of the driving factors, and lack of ticket sales.
Right.
What are your thoughts on a permanent team in London?
Well, the NFL has been testing football in London for a good long time. The NFL has done as much as they possibly can to make football an international sport, because on an international a view, if you will, of professional sports, football doesn't really get outside of the United States. I mean, there are other sports that have done a lot better job talking about, like, baseball does. The NFL has put a constant effort into establishing a fan base in London for a good long time. And we knew that it was only a matter of time, but I didn't know it was going to be the Chargers. But when you say it out loud, too bad it was dismissed. There's not a better candidate right now, because they're a nomad team. They're a team without a home. I mean,
they are, but now you said all of that, and that's the argument that everybody would make, and everything you said, I agree with 100%. They've been testing the market for a long time. They had the fucking World League. They had football all over the region over there. I mean, the NFL has been testing the waters over there for a long time, and Goodell really, really, really wants a team over there. But
I mean, didn't they put the Raiders over there and call that a home game?
Yes, several seasons now, and a Mexico game. Well, one of the teams has to be a home game every time, because a home and away team have to play. You can't have two away teams play. That's not the way the NFL schedule's set up. So it always has to be a home and away. So somebody gets fucked every time you go over there. But just let me throw this out there, Prime. Say you move the Chargers over there, okay? And now you have the draft, okay? And you're drafted and now told you have to leave the country. Yeah, you're telling a whole roster of guys that, hey, if you want to keep working here, you now have to leave the country. You're going to go live in England. Part of your does that now make that team a team that, frankly, people don't want to go to? You're basically getting deported by getting drafted a Charger at that point. I'm serious. I mean, it's kind of funny, a little bit, but seriously, if right now all these guys are in LA and they said, hey, guys, we've moved the team to fucking London, and we're going to be playing in London, and you're going to have to spend and live a good part of your life now in London.
A good part of your life?
Yeah.
Average NFL career is 3.5 years. Whatever.
Well, a part of your life, as you're living it, a good part of your year is going to be there. It's part of your life, what you're doing at that current time.
You got like
family's going to be there.
September,
you're going to put your kids in school in fucking London. I mean, that's real shit, man. You're going to drag your wife, your kids there. Are you going to put your kids in London? You're going to leave them in the U.S.? I don't know. I just know. And that's a lot of travel time.
Are they going to get paid more to do that? Are they going to have like a hazard pay or some kind of, extra like travel pay that they receive because they have to cross an ocean to play away games? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Every fucking away game that team plays is now major travel. Every fucking game. There's no game where they just got to go a state or two away.
But at the same time, I'm sorry. I know it's flying. I know they're in the air in a flying metal tube. these guys are sitting first class. They got, it's flying, but it's not like flying like me or you. These guys,
No, I
man,
get it. I
they
get
got
it,
like,
but still, it's still the time factor, Prime. It's still the time factor of it's still the time factor. You're playing at a completely different time of the day that your body clock is on, and not only that, it would cause a complete. If you move the Chargers to London, it would now cause a complete divisional shakeup. You would have to reconfigure the AFC West. The Chargers could not be in it anymore. They would have to now be in an Eastern division, so you would have to shake them up. Do you keep them in the AFC? Do you move one of the fucking one of the shitty East teams out, stick them in the East? Push one of the East teams out into the fucking I don't know, even to the north, and then one to the north, and the north to the south. I don't fucking.
honestly, I think no, you don't put a team in London. You don't put a team in England. You don't go overseas. But why not Mexico City? Why can't Mexico City be the Chargers and stay in the AFC West?
I don't mind the destination games, Prime. Have a game or two in London every year. Have one in Mexico City every year. Fuck, have one in fucking Tokyo if you want. I don't care. If you want to have one of those sprinkled through the season, that's fine. But I don't think you stick a permanent team there. I just don't think it works, because that team now has a different dynamic than every other team in the league. Whether it's fair or unfair, it's still a completely different dynamic. They're not even in the same country. I mean, literally.
Yeah. I mean, the world's only getting smaller, though. It's only getting easier. That's the thing.
It
but
is.
I mean, Mexico City is at least in the same continent.
Yeah, but it's goddamn. The fucking crime level is like a fucking third world country. I mean,
have you been to Chicago?
Well, true that.
Crime.
Good point.
They don't call it Chirac for nothing.
There's
Mario's got the best
fire.
idea. Send it back to San Diego.
Send him back to San Diego. San Diego's like, fuck you, Mario. You keep them. I don't want them. They can stay at your house. They don't want them either. That's the thing. San Diego's like, fuck you. Don't ever come back. Don't let the door hit you, motherfuckers. And now they're sitting there like, yeah, fuck you. We'll sit here and wait for our expansion team. Suck a dick. They're not. No way. They ain't never taking them back. They burnt that bridge big time. Burnt that bridge big time. So.
Did you see the UFC last weekend? UFC 244?
I did see the UFC last weekend. What a great card. I was disappointed in the card was spectacular all the way up until the last fight. The last fight was a little underwhelming.
It was. I kept waiting for
great knockouts, man. Some great
my gosh. Some really good knockouts. Man, I thought Diaz was going to do a little something more. And granted, they didn't get to the deep water. They didn't get to rounds 4 and 5.
You know what we should do, Prime? I thought about this, too. And I was thinking about it when I was watching the fights. We should do a fucking instant post fucking pay-per-view reaction show. Just like like as soon as it's over and everybody was just like, then we just go live. Be like, what you think of that shit? And
man.
There it goes.
But full disclosure, I'm a little fucked up by the main event.
The main event, here's the thing. Nate Diaz, oh man, I'm going to have to pause it because we're about to go into fucking, glass about to break any second. So I'm pausing the music. We're going into OT because I'm going to say this, goddammit. Nate Diaz's face has so much fucking scar tissue on it. He gets cut in that same fucking place every motherfucking fight.
Every fight.
He's a championship fighter, and he was starting. He had his best round in the third fucking round. You have no idea what was going to happen in the fourth and fifth round of that fucking fight. That guy is a grinder. Masvidal could not knock him out, and all it takes is one fuck up and that guy submits you, man. He's world class on the ground. That was
Dude, he is world class
bullshit.
on the ground. And if that fight was in Vegas, they wouldn't have stopped it. But New York
Fuck
and
no.
their
Madison
athletic
Square
commission,
Garden sucks for MMA.
yeah, man. If that fight would have been in Vegas, both those cuts would have had a little bit of Vaseline on there, and they would have still been fighting. We would have had an actual winner.
Yes, agreed 100%. Madison Square Garden is not an MMA venue. They've barely just gotten MMA even in the state of fucking New York to be allowed. And it should a fight like that for the fucking BMF belt. You got The Rock there, you fucking big goddamn deal and all that shit, and you fucking and you fucking didn't have it in Vegas.
Stoppage.
Fucking fail.
Masvidal was fun to watch. I don't care. Did you see him almost like fake the
fighter, man.
Did you see him almost fake the knee? Like he started to run, but then he was like,
Yeah, he's good.
Dude, that fight was so entertaining, I admit, for 3 rounds, even though Diaz didn't really get started until the 3rd. It was very entertaining. There was a lot of attitude, man. I was starting to see the Diaz that I know come around. I was starting to see it, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. And because it would have gotten to the ground eventually. And
fuck yes.
Oh man.
You get into the championship rounds, dude. You
Diaz is a boa constrictor.
In an MMA fight, and it's a whole different fucking deep water that a lot of guys don't know what to do with. You basically exerted all of your energy for over 15 minutes at that point. You're going to 20, 25 minutes. And man, even I've seen guys in the 5th they just don't have it anymore and get folded in the last 30 seconds of a fight and fucking lose when they were winning the whole motherfucker.
But it makes you kind of wonder though, because the champion of that division, a middleweight, are they? What was that? Usman?
Yeah.
Like if I'm the champion, I feel a little bit disrespected by this thing. Like, who the fuck are these guys getting a belt? Like they don't need a belt. I don't care what kind of marketing freaking ploy you've got here. You don't need a belt.
That's
the
all
belt
that is.
Champion for the champion.
It's just a marketing ploy. There's a reason to get Diaz to come back
the belt
and fight
is for
somebody.
The champion.
And
tell The Rock to go back to wrestling.
Right in the Commish MMA show, man. We need one. All right. Till next time. Tomorrow night is game day. So that means it's a whole different day here at Raider Reaction because it's game day in the morning. And we got shit for you all night. Got a halftime show for you tomorrow. We've got a post-game reaction show. All kinds of goodness. And Prime will be back next week. Same time, same channel, purple drink in hand. And I will be right here tomorrow night for the post-game reaction. And stay tuned to the page tomorrow for all kinds of silver and black freshness. And it's game day. Game day. Make sure to follow us on the Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Raider Reaction Webcasts. Follow and like our sister page, The Commish, as well as Raider Reaction. So check out our website too while you're at it. We're just all over the place. Little silver and black tentacles everywhere. Thank you for joining us, each and every one of you. We appreciate you all. You guys are the shit. Thank you. Each and every one of you. We appreciate any second you spend with us here on Raider Reaction. Without you guys, we would be nothing. Thank you, every damn one of you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Until tomorrow, when we hand the Chargers an L. I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.